Get ready with me as a blind girl in the office. You don't need to be able to see to pick out your clothes. All you need to know is your body shape, your color profile, and your personality. So I am totally blind, and I know that my body shape is a pear shape, and for that reason, I know that some styles that are gonna look good on me are the ones that are going to accentuate my waist, like this jumpsuit I'm wearing now with this belt, and these wider legs. They're going to de-emphasize where I carry most of my weight, which is the bottom half of my body. And then I'm wearing these almond toe shaped flats, which are going to elongate my legs. I also know that for my color profile, I am pale skin with cool undertones, so what's going to look good on me are going to be more pigmented colors, colors that are cool toned. If I am going to go for more pastels, making sure they have more pigment or also maybe are brighter. Another accessory I can't forget is my purse. So for this black jumpsuit, I paired it with my pink heart-shaped purse for the spring. I have another outfit here. This is a bright pink strapless jumpsuit with a black shrug. Another thing that can give you some outfit inspo is just knowing your personality, which can inform your general style. So for me, my personality is more of a traditional style, so more classic with a romantic, more modern, feminine flair. So you can kind of see that with this jumpsuit as it has the pink pop of color and the more traditional black shrug paired with it. So I tried to balance out my outfits. Lastly, I rounded out with a pair of silver hoops. Quick tip, fit your body to your clothes and not your clothes to your body. Step 2 is hair. So for my hair, I know that I have middle hair. I learned this from when I was younger. I did some occupational therapy, and so I was able to learn also about my hair type. And for that reason, I like to style my hair. I have my straightener here, which I also learned in my occupational therapy, how to use it. So you just go down your hair with your straightener. And then I have my brush, and I also, and my hair can get staticky sometimes, so I also have my anti-frizz hair products as well. One is a hair oil and the other one is an anti-frizz hair serum here, and I'm going to rub that into my hands and just gently put it on my hair. Step number 3 is makeup. You don't need a mirror to put on your makeup. You just need some simple tips. I actually can put on my makeup anywhere, on a train, in a car, but also what I normally like to do is have someone there to check my makeup, usually a coworker, have my coworker and soon to be occupational therapist here. I also learned how to do my makeup in occupational therapy, so that's another great skill to learn. So step number 1 is the eyeshadow. Now the way that I learned how to do this is I memorized where each shade is in this palette, so I know what the first shade is that I'm going to put on for the look that I want today. I know that my outfit is black, so I want to have a little bit of a pink shimmery eyeshadow look going, so we're going to start with this more neutral matte shade, which is at the bottom of the palette. And I usually, when I'm putting it on, I pay attention to how many times I'm touching the powder and then how many times I'm touching my eye, and I try to repeat the same thing on each eyelid, so I'm giving each eye the same amount of love and attention. There's no way to count, but you can just try and kind of time estimate each thing out. I usually put the matte shade, as I've been taught, all over my eyelid and under my eyebrow. Now we're going to add more of the pink shimmer sparkle on the top half of the eye, which does take some body awareness. That's going to be the top half of your eyelid near the eyebrow crease. And now I will check. Okay, is this even, or do I need to add any more of either?
They look balanced, so I'd say they're even.
Okay, so the next step is going to be mascara. The reason I do mascara next is because I don't want to do, a lot of people do foundation first, but if I hit my face with the mascara, then I have to remove foundation. So that's a fun hack. So right now I'm gonna do my mascara. I'm gonna do the same thing where I pay attention to how much I put on, like how many times or time estimate of how long I spend on each eye. And then what I like to do also is I like to touch my eyelashes to actually declump the product. I like gently separate my eyelashes with my fingers for any clumping that happens. And I can even kind of push them up a little because I don't use an eyelash curler. And then I can also feel the product. I feel that I had more on my left eye, so I'm going to add a little more to my right eye. Another tip is I always bring makeup wipes, and if I hit my face, I'll just touch my face with a makeup wipe. Oh, I just did. So now I will remember that, because I might hit my face again when I try to get the inside of my left eye. So those inner corners near the nose can sometimes get product on your nose. And I remember where I hit my nose. Okay, so the next step in our routine is going to be our foundation. So for our foundation, I'm going to start with a cream foundation as the base layer because that's going to moisturize my face and also hold onto the powder. I'm going to rub it into my face just like you would a typical moisturizer. And I'm going to pay attention to getting all of my face and also my neck and jawline. Sometimes people forget to blend into their neck. Perfect. So the next step is going to be our powder foundation. And for that, oh, and for your cream foundation, I usually blend with my fingers instead of a sponge. So for the powder foundation, I'm going to start by using the sponge on the target areas of my face. I'm going to dab it with the sponge on those areas. I'm going to dab and blend. So those areas are under the eyes, where I get tired and redness, on my cheeks, where I know I also get redness, on the jawline, just so we don't forget the jawline. And then we go to our nose and our forehead, and just keep blending with our sponge. And then after we've dabbed enough with our sponge, we can take our fingers and gently brush along our face and airbrush over the entire face to smooth out the powder into the cream foundation. So, I'm gonna wipe my hands with a makeup remover because they're covered in foundation. Now, the next step is concealer. And if you have any blemish on your face, you can use a concealer to basically, you're gonna dab onto the blemish with the concealer stick, so have awareness of where the blemish is. And then I'm gonna dab into where it is and gently rub it in with my finger. And now, the last step is going to be lips. So the winter and being more dehydrated, I have to use a little chapstick. Over that, instead of a lip gloss, I like to use a lip oil. And the reason is lip glosses are less forgiving and they can blend into the rest of your face and get all goopy and go past your lip line. So that can be really hard to handle. So now we'll do one final check on the makeup. And this is the look with makeup.